December. Officially December. The nice thing about December, it's a very nice season, but very short as well. I mean, we still have 2 weeks of work, and then you still have like 2 to 3 weeks of rest, which is really not enough. So, but yeah, we're going to rest. And I think for me as well, it's been a great year. I started this channel beginning of the year. I think it was February, late February. And yeah, I'm also going to take a rest because I'll be doing specific things. So I'll probably post a whole lot of vlogs rather. But we'll come back to conversations next year. But please, can I just ask one more time that we talk about this time that you're going to get to rest if you're going to take leave? Please rest. I know the guilt that we carry the whole year about work, because when you're working, everything is about work. You come back home, instead of spending time with your family, you're working. I've got something to finish, I've got this, you're working. You are sick, you work. You get time off from the doctor, you still feel like you need to log in and work. Like you can't relax. You take leave, you go on a holiday, or it's a long weekend or whatever, and you work. That guilt of always feeling like there's something that needs to be done, or something that is not happening when you are not logged in, or that things are falling behind. Sometimes, yes, it's real, but sometimes it's us. We put ourselves in there and feel like we cannot do anything. We cannot do anything but work, or things can't move if we are not at work, or people need us. I don't know. That guilt, I just know it's a guilt thing that you always feel like, oh, I'm sitting here, I'm not working. When you're off, you're supposed to be off, but that one we'll talk about it next year. You see, it's nice when you're in school or you're a teacher, because you get like 10 breaks. Every 2.5 months to 3 months, you get a break. March, 10 days break. June, 15 days break. September, at least 5 to 6 days break. And then in December, 4 weeks, which is about 20 days. That's a lot of time to rest. When you're working full time, you are only gonna get 110 days or 115 days a year, not every term, not every 3 months. That's why we get excited when we have long weekends and holidays and all of that. But you're only getting that 10 days that probably teachers and people in school and university will get in one term. You're getting it in 1 year. So 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, whatever you are going to take. Or even if you were planning to take a short break, 2 weeks, what for? If you've got time and you've got days to take your 20 days so that you can rest. Because I know for sure, I'm talking to myself with the guilt of feeling like, work needs to be done. I can't be gone for long. I need to be back here in the office on this date. And. But you can plan things because they are within your control right now. If you've got meetings or things, move them or get help from your other team members or something. But all I'm saying is get the rest, because that's the only 10, 15 or 20 days you're going to get for the rest of the year. The in-betweens are like your long weekends and all of that, which is not really enough. Okay, so get the rest. But also, I know that guilt transfers. So what I mean is, you will feel okay with taking the break, but then that guilt, when you get home, it transfers to home. Yo, I haven't spent time here at home. I haven't done whatever because I've been working all year. Then you start doing chores and work. You take down the curtains, you want to wash the blankets, you want to take out everything in the cupboards and clean them, creating more work and extra fatigue. Don't do that. If by January that cupboard is not cleaned out, whatever, because you were resting and because your body told you no and you were trying to stand up and it was refusing, then it's not done. You'll do it in February. If you're doing it to take your mind off things, but you have the energy, or it's something that you like maybe you sort out your garden or maybe something like that, and then you're doing it to get your mind off things and try another side that you like, it's okay if it energizes you more. If it's going to take and suck out energy from you, whatever activity and chore that is, try to avoid it. Do as minimum as you can, because you need to refresh. We always say you can't pour from an empty cup. your light needs to shine bright. You can't shine bright if your light is dim, all of that. This is the time that you fill up your cup. So if there's any chore, any activity that's gonna drain you and drain your energy, try to avoid that. I don't know how you're gonna avoid it for those that are going home emakhaya, gape gae, yey, wa berekiwa. And the problem is that you wake up very early because it's hot. And now you want to try and get everything done before the sun is like unbearable. Because as soon as the sun comes up at 4:30 or 5, it's hot already. It doesn't even come up and then maybe it's hot. So I know that we do that. It's a thing that we grew up doing at home, that you wake up very early. You need to clean the stoop, clean the yard, clean outside and clean and do all of the chores so that you are done quickly by 9 o'clock. If that's the case, you're going home and that's the routine that you do at home. Take a nap after that and rest, and maybe try and share chores. Don't be there during the morning and then you're cooking again, because I know at home everybody comes at home and then the family gets bigger, the chores get more. And just try, if maybe going home to do that is going to drain your energy, maybe try and share your time. Try and share time at a place where you know you're going to energize, and maybe half of the time at home or something like that. But think about how you can make a way around that, please. Because I know that guilt is going to transfer from work to saying, oh, I haven't been at home. Look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that. And you try and want to fix everything. Another way that the guilt can transfer is when you feel guilty for not doing specific things or spending time with your family, that can lead you to overspending, because now you're trying to overcompensate for all the time that you have not been around maybe for weddings, around for things, or maybe with your kids. Oh, I don't really spend time with my kids, and then you just start doing spending. Try and relax and not overindulge, because overindulgence is also a sign of some anxiety that you're feeling. What is it? You don't want to miss out, or you want to catch up, or you want to make up for something, and all of that. So overindulgence can also be a problem because it will drain you. It will not energize you. And when it comes next year, when we get to next year and it's time to go back, all you do is feel guilt again for overindulging. So you're just in a cycle of guilt. So my plea is, and I'm talking to myself too, by the way, don't think I'm better. I am no better, Sham. Just as guilty. So if you are also just as guilty, please raise your hand there by the comments and say you are here, or say I'm guilty. I'm that type of a person who does that. Please. They say the first step toward healing is acceptance. Don't be in denial and think when you've got it all figured out. You know how you move on to other things. You're like, okay, fine, I'll dump work. I'm done with work. But something else takes over. So don't do that, please. And I'm also going to try and do that. Just rest. Rest is important. It is important for your mental wellness, for your physical wellness. You must remember, guys, that when your body starts acting up, really, it's because also mentally or spiritually or just physically there's something wrong, and it will manifest into physical issues. So you get flu, you get all of that. When you're supposed to separate from things or take a rest, take the rest, because that's the only way you're going to heal your body and your mind to go back there. So don't move from one problem to another or from one indulgence to another. Take the rest. It is tougher. It is economically, jail life is difficult, and January is around the corner. Like I said, you're not even getting like 40 days leave, probably like maybe other industries would. You're just getting like 15 days with some holidays in between, at least 15 days, 20 days at most. Some people are just only taking 2 weeks. It is not a lot. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's nothing really. It's nothing, because you're going to take during the year one day. It's not a lot to be able to separate mentally and physically from the work you've been doing all year, and then focus and start and relax, for your body to actually relax and calm down. It's not a lot. So try and do it as soon as you can. If you don't need to take your laptop home from work, leave it there. Leave the phone there if you've got a company phone, and try, if you can, leave it there, because you're not going to need it anyway. And then just stay at home, because when it's just loitering around, I don't know, maybe we get triggered to start working. I don't know. But that's my plea, please. Um, I've learned the hard way. I've also this year been quite sick quite a lot, which shows, that I need to like just relax a little bit and not overindulge. And I'm very, very, very um, aware, aware that if I don't rest as well, I may not start strong in January. But I need to take the rest. So I'm asking everybody, please rest. Rest. Don't clean too much. It's fine. It's been like that for a year. You'll do it in Feb. When Auntie's back, you can ask Auntie to help you to clean that cupboard or whatever. Especially for those that whose aunties are leaving. Now you're gonna stay with the kids, more chores and whatnot. Don't try and overdo and try and do what Auntie does every day. She does it every day because it's her work. You are gonna rest, do what is possible, and give yourself time to rest. Okay, so thank you very much for the year and thank you for following me and for listening to me. I never thought this was ever possible, and I think this is one thing I'm going to take. It was not in my resolution, but it is something that I have achieved. So also when you do your resolution, when you balance things off with things that you had planned to do, think about the ones you hadn't planned to do, and but you've achieved, and you will see there's progress. So I'm very grateful for this platform, and I'm grateful for all of you for listening, always encouraging and all of that. And we will have a proper conversation when we come back next year. Please share your videos, what you're doing with your families. I'll also be sharing over this period. I'm also going to take a rest, pray, think, plan, do everything. So yay, happy Christmas and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. That's how it's said, yes.